Hi, my name is Yasin Zerwal. Welcome to my channel IT Professional. This video is the third video from the series that will cover the exam 70-336 Core Solutions of Microsoft Lync Server 2013. The name of this video is Lync Site Topology. Lync Site Topology. A site is a set of computers that is well connected by a high-speed, low-latency network such as a single local area network or two networks connected by a high-speed fiber optic network. Note that the Lync server sites are a separate concept from Active Directory domain services sites and Microsoft Exchange server sites. Your Lync server sites do not need to correspond to your Active Directory site. Site types. Central site. The central site contains at least one front-end pool or a standard edition server. Branch site. Each branch site is associated with exactly one central site, and the users at the branch site get most of their Lync server functionality from the servers at the associated central site. Each branch site contains survivable branch appliance or survivable branch server and the PSTN gateway and optionally a mediation server. Let's describe the survivable branch appliance SBA, which is an industry standard blade server with a Lync server registrar and a mediation server running on Windows Server. The survivable branch appliance also contains a public switched telephone network PSTN gateway. The survivable branch appliance is designed for branch sites with between 25 up to 1000 users. For the survivable branch server SBS, which is a server running Windows Server that meets specified hardware requirements and that has Lync server registrar and mediation server software installed on it. It must connect to either a PSTN gateway or a SIP trunk to a telephone service provider. The survivable branch server is designed for branch sites with between 1000 up to 5000 users. A branch office with a resilience wide area network, one link to a central site, can use the third option, PSTN gateway, and optionally a mediation server. Branch office sites with less resilient links should use survivable branch appliance or survivable branch server, which provide resiliency in times of wide area network failures. Reference topologies. Your deployment must include at least one central site and can include 0 to many branch sites. Each branch site is affiliated with one central site. The central site provides the Lync server services to the branch site that are not hosted locally at the branch site, such as presence and conferencing. If you have multiple sites, you can pair together the front-end pools at different sites to enable disaster recovery abilities. Reference topology for small organizations. Here we have standard edition server, two of them. We can have only one standard edition server per pool, and we used two standard edition server pairing together to have the high availability in case of failover. We have here a PSN gateway, we have also Edge server, we have Office Web App server, Exchange Unified Messaging server, we have also survivable branch appliance, which is a branch site there, and also we have HTTP reverse proxy. Edge server and the HTTP reverse proxy, those two are sit in the perimeter network or DMZ for security. What is the reverse proxy? The reverse proxy publishes the internal server web components URLs. The web components URLs are defined on the director front-end server or front-end pool as the external web services in Topology Builder. You also must install a public web server certificates on your reverse proxy server. You need to install the root certification authority CA certificate on the proxy server for the CA infrastructure that issued the server certificates to the internal servers running Microsoft Lync Server 2013. The reverse proxy services requests for external user access to meeting content for meeting, external user access to expand and display members of distribution groups, external user access to downloadable files from the address book service, external user access to the Lync web app client, external user access to the dial-in conference setting web page, external user access to the location information service, and lastly, external device access to the device update service and obtain updates. For external user access, providing external user access for the Lync Server 2013 requires that you deploy at least one edge server and one reverse proxy in your perimeter network. Optionally, you may deploy a director or director pool in your internal network. For mobility services are offered through the reverse proxy services that enable mobility for external users are deployed on the front-end server or front-end pool. Here we have reference topology for medium organizations. Here we have front-end pool. This is an example of central site. We have edge server pool. We have HTTP reverse proxy. We have mirrored back-end servers. We have also Office Web App server. We have branch site 1, branch site 2. Reference topology for large organizations. Okay, we have here central site A, front end pool, and central site B, front end pool. Those are paired front end pools at central site A and B. Front-end pools are paired to enable disaster recovery. The front-end pools at Site A and Site B are paired with each other to provide disaster recovery support. If the pool at one site fails, the administrator can fail over the users from that site to the paired front-end pool at the other site with a minimum of service interruption for users. Each of these two front-end pools has 6 servers, which for example here, which is enough for example all the 40,000 users in both pools in this case of failover. We have also central site C, which will run standard edition server. We will see that in details later. This is central site A. We have Exchange Unified Messaging Server. As you know, the Exchange Unified Messaging functionality for Lync Server runs on the front-end pool. For the Office Web App Server, here in Site A, we recommend deploying an Office Web App Server or Office Web App Server farm in every organization that uses web conferencing. You could deploy a single Office Web Apps server farm in one site which servers traffic from all sites, or deploy it in each site. Office Web Apps server makes it possible for PowerPoint slides to be presented in web conferences. Also, we have here the persistent chat backend server, persistent chat front-end servers. We have mirrored backend server. We have here also the front-end pool, which I already said that it is paired with the front-end pool located on the central site B. We have reverse proxy, we have edge server pool, we have central, we have also branch site A, branch site 1, and branch site 2. Branch site 2 has a resilient one link, so you need only a public PSTN gateway. The PSTN gateway deployed there supports media bypass, so no mediation server is needed at the branch site B. Yes, at the branch site 2. Because we have the media bypass, so there is no need for the mediation server at the branch site 2. Moving to central site B now. Here we have monitoring and archiving database. Monitoring and archiving. When you deploy monitoring or archiving, it runs on every front-end server. The databases for these features can be co-located with the back-end database or located on a separate server. Also here on central site B, because we have SIP trunking, here we have SIP trunking, then this then standalone mediation server is recommended on this site B. Okay, moving now to central site C. Here we have the PSTN gateway. Okay, we have standard edition server, two of them paired. We have also system central operations manager server here, for which is used to monitor the health of your Lync server deployment to ensure service availability for end users. System center operations manager management pack for Lync is available as a free download from Microsoft. With Lync Management Pack, you can proactively get real-time alerts when issues occur, run synthetic transactions to test end-to-end Lync functionality, get report for service availability. Of course, this helps you to proactively respond to issues with your employment before end users experience them. I hope this is informative for you, and I would like to thank you for